I think at the moment you really want either a Honda or a BMW is probably the next best thing. Power-wise, the BM and the Honda are pretty similar. They are the fastest thing in a straight line.
Yeah.
But the Honda's got a much wider setup window. They're a lot easier to get working. The electronics is easier than the BM stuff. The BM stuff is mega, but it's very, very complicated. And I think the whole package works a little bit better, and they're cheaper than a BMW. I mean, they're not a cheap bike to build.
No.
But the BMW is even more money. So it's a little bit...
even less cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if you had the choice of two, it was those two, really. We actually spoke to McCams about Tim's R1. But it's a bit of an oddity because the Yamaha, the kit electronics isn't brilliant, so McCams run the Motec on it, and we had an option to even buy the bike with the Motec on. And actually the package wasn't bad at all, but it works at certain circuits better than others. Like the flat circuits, it was great. The places, the Oldtons and Cadwells, it was difficult to set up. So in effect, the Honda was just the best all-round package. They built the best all-round bike.
Especially with what we could have with Honda as well, obviously, because the connection to what Pete had with Honda was closest to the manufacturer, really, aren't we? We're going that way. So
it's with the Yamaha, were there not concessions as well because they were running a different electronics? They weren't running kit electronics, so you couldn't use the full. You were restricted.
In effect, they're allowed the Superbike spec Motec, so they've got no traction control, no anti-wheelie, which ironically we've got turned off on that because he wants to go to Superbike, so we've done our best to actually get rid of that. But yeah, it's a lot more adjustable than the kit stuff for what they want. Yeah. But of course, they've got a very clever full-time data guy.
Hi, Tim.
So exactly. Tim is one of the best in the paddock.
He'll love you for saying that.
He will, yeah. He can own me. But yeah, I think it was, as McCann's running that bike, they're in the ideal position. But for us to run it would have been more complicated.
Yes.
Because we don't have Tim, basically.
That's fair. No, that's understandable. We've got to know Tim quite a bit over the last 18 months, and he's very, very good at what he does.
Yeah.
And not having that on tap would make things because it's very easy to go the wrong way just a little bit. That sets everything else.
Yes.
Especially on your technical side of things.
Yeah.
If you haven't got one side set up, it compromises something else.
Oh, completely, yeah.
So then you're going round in circles, and ever decreasing circles almost.
And they said, we would have access to Tim, but of course he's running Superbikes and all the rest of it, so it's like you're not number one priority.
No.
Whereas the Honda, the kit stuff, the electronics is a bit simpler. It's a bit more customer based. So although it's still reasonably complicated, I've sort of been able to get my head around most of it, or enough of it that we can get through. So yeah,
enough that he can make it work and lead the championship and take a first and a second in the first round.
I mean, he comes in the amount of times. The bike's terrible, but we've obviously got it somewhere here.